Hello, everyone. The gods of Discord have allowed us to come and stream for you once more. Welcome back, Rangers, and to all of you watching live or later in the beautiful era of video streaming services. You are watching Power Rangers Centurion Ridge, part of the Alternis universe of live action gaming. And here in Centurion Ridge, Ivan Ooze has gone too far officially. Somewhere in the mall, you're pretty sure, is Link's mom and also Alex. If you've missed why they have been taken to the mall and how that happened, do feel free to check out the Alternis YouTube page to catch up on previous episodes. If there was ever a time for you all to rocket into action, it is now. We can go around the table and introduce ourselves. I'll start with me. I'm John McDonald, your loyal GM who guides you through the world and points out important things. I am the voice of Alpha 5, Ivan Ooze, the pawn shop variant Ernie who lives in Centurion Ridge, and anybody else who needs a voice in the story. Let's start with John / Felix Boucheron, just so in case something humorous happens, they've been able to speak.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm so happy I can hear you. um, Hi, I'm John Blair, aka Felix Boucheron. I am here with you under various circumstances. I hope you can hear me. So, we're gonna play this game and we're gonna see how well it goes. I'm not expecting much.
I'm expecting great things. It's going to be very exciting. And then we have Alex, played by Eric from fabulous Norse Foundry Dicery. Is it just Norse Foundry? That's where you get your dice from. That's where you get your dice from. Hello, welcome.
Howdy. Yeah, I'm playing Alex, the Black Ranger who's currently in deep freeze because, a little bit of ineptitude, a little bit of heroics, and just bad luck.
Sometimes that's how it happens. But you have a cool hoverboard, not with you currently, but you do have one in like the Morphin space. Speaking of people that have cool hoverboards, our fabulous Tech and everyone's favorite multi-spectrumed Ranger, Jules / Isabitz / Jane / Freya / whatever your character's name is when you're the Yellow Ranger.
Tessa.
I don't actually know.
Tessa.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes. Did I get them all? I guess Freya's not a ranger, but you do play Freya. So.
I do play Freya. You did forget Drusilla, but I'm sure that there's probably a reason for that.
Well, no,
After
it's because
Sunday.
Like Clockwork ended last Sunday for this part of it. So we're on hiatus now for Sundays. So I didn't forget Drew. It was just like, a way to do the announcement. Very clever.
Fair enough. I am Elizabeth or Isbits. I play all of those characters here at REM and on Lucas G Variety every other Tuesday. But yeah, that's me. I'm just here all the time.
It's true, and we are grateful for your presence. Well of the Worlds is this... no, you don't have one this
We're
Friday.
not having Well of the Worlds this week. It will be back on the 8th, I believe, if my...
Yes.
Yes, on the 8th.
But you can catch up on Well of the Worlds also in the Rem Alternis YouTube page.
Yes, you can.
Rem Alternis YouTube page. So,
yep, all of the episodes are currently on the YouTube, as are all of these episodes for Power Rangers.
And a cute little commercial that got made with all the ice puns that I could find that Discord allowed me to have. There was a limit, believe it or not. Speaking of people that are also on both Power Rangers Centurion Ridge and Will of the Worlds, Grim is here, who is our Red Ranger. Hello, Grim.
Hi, I'm Grim. Yes, I do play Link, the Red Ranger here, and I am playing Roland for Well of the Worlds. I'm not on camera tonight because I am currently doing real-life things while trying to play the game at the same time. I apologize for that, but I will pay as much attention as I can. And I get to play the Surly Green Ranger with Isabitz playing Tessa for the Yellow Ranger. So I'm in a couple of spectrums myself. I'm just not in the podcast.
Not yet.
No. Not yet. Though you can, when they're recording the podcast, you can catch me on Lucas G Variety playing Modifius's 2D20 Fallout game where I play Lucky, the Vault Dweller, who is in fact Lucky, because I'm pretty sure I should have died by now.
Fabulous.
Anyway, that's it for me.
That's a great episode. That's a great attitude to have as Power Ranger as well. I probably should have died, but I didn't. So there you go. And then of course we have our fabulous Yellow Ranger, who was from Stone Canyon. For those of you who were able to watch the one shots from the streamathon that have been ongoing, and we've come to know and love our favorite Wednesday night Yellow Ranger. Hello.
Hi, I'm Katie. I'm Dungeon Mistress Katie on all of the things. You can find me here. This is the only Power Ranger I play, so I'm only yellow all the time, which is my favorite anyway, so I'm fine with it. And you can catch me on Tuesdays over the D and Denial server in what do I play? Shadowrun State of the Union as Clara Mackenzie. Apparently, lots of Mackenzies are across the way, and then Saturdays I actually just started same on D and Denial, Moonlight. I don't know any of my words today. The Moonlight Matriarchy, I think. Moonstone Matriarchy. Yeah, I know things. And in real life I sing, so I'll be a little sparse in the next couple of months because I have opera stuff, but I'll be here when I can. So
Much appreciated. Whenever we have the joy of Yellow Ranger, that makes me very happy. It is a joy to get to game with all of you. It's a joy to have you all in the audience. And so, as a thank you for being here, you don't just get a story point for showing up, but you should take your story point for showing up. But you will also get, by way of thanks for doing cool things during the episode, a story point for doing something cool. For those of you watching live here on twitch.tv/Master of Rem, you can join the Centurion Ridge Ranger Ally Club. You can join just by following this channel. There's a couple different ways you can donate bits to give advantages to the Rangers or GMs of your choice. Or you can subscribe. And if you subscribe to the channel, you will be able to give the Ranger of your choice a morphing master point, which has actually been used in the past by one of the Rangers, and those things can change the tide of battle. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started here, and I'm gonna say that it's time to get more phenomenal. All right. So we're going to pick up not immediately after, because I wanted everyone to be in the same space, except for Alex, who Link and Felix both saw go over the wall, and who Jules saw being ferreted away by a Tenga. And so it is kind of the next morning, or if you wanted to try to do like a Battle of Dawn thing, it can be dawn if you want it, but that seems really early for a bunch of teens with attitude. So I wanted to. There are a few different ways that you can approach this, and as GM, I'm intrigued to see which direction you've taken, and I've tried to plan for the possibilities. But there are two people that you're pretty sure are in the mall. They've at least gone over the protective barrier that I have Ooze created. You're pretty sure they're in the mall. You're not sure if they're still frozen, but as you wake up the next morning, however you do, um, what are your thoughts? Who wants to begin? Except for Alex, unless you want to like reenact how you feel when you wake up, you could do that if you want to.
All right, so Link did not sleep well at all because he watched the Tangus take his mom away, and when everybody else wakes up, he's like doing like. So he's a trained martial artist, so he's doing his morning routine. Only it's a lot harder than you would expect for somebody who's just doing the morning routine. Because normally, he works up a light sweat, wakes himself up. At this point, he looks like he's exhausted. He's not in a good headspace.
Are you like doing it in your room, like you put your mattress on the floor and you're just like people can hear "Kaya" from their room?
No,
Or
he
like,
went outside.
doing it down the pawn shop.
Yeah, he went outside, so he's in the back of the pawn shop.
All right. So for people that have fire escape bedrooms, which is a couple of you, you will be able to hear the "Kia" from where your bedroom is.
Jules did not sleep very well either because she feels incredibly guilty that Alex got kidnapped while he was trying to help her save her dad. So she is probably the next one up because she probably wasn't sleeping to begin with.
Would Leah know? She wasn't there. I'm assuming she's been roped in.
At the end,
Yeah.
I called on the comms, and then Leah came to the house.
Cool. I was unaware.
Sorry, forgot to mention that part.
She was totally good. I was like, she's blissfully unaware at home. No, she's not.
I mean, Alex did not come back, so even if you had not heard over the comm, not having Alex there is obviously something of concern.
Sure.
So, by the way, for Link, it is not very smelly in the courtyard. The first time that Freddy used a diamond tip drill to drill into the brick wall that goes into the old bowling alley, there was like a sewery type smell, and that sewer smell is pretty well dissipated at this point. So like it's just it smells like there's going to be a tornado, but you kind of attribute that to Ivan Ooze messing with the weather as it is.
Freddy's hole doesn't smell bad anymore?
No, it does not.
All right, great.
Because
I'm
not as bad. It's not pungent and present. It's not like a giant wheel of like expired cheese anymore or something like that.
I doubt Link would have noticed regardless, because he's not in a good headspace at the moment.
Felix is going to get up probably similarly to the time that the other Rangers are up, and is going to be just sort of pacing around, wondering when we're going to head out to the mall and what's going to happen at the mall, and is everything going to be okay, and am I going to get frozen next? What's going on?
All right. So you have a couple options here. You can either join Link in their expression of Kia, as I'm going to call it. You can talk to Ernie or Freddy, who may have helpful things to tell you about the city that you might not know. Or you can just go running to the mall if you want. I'm not going to tell you how to live your rangering lives. There are benefits and drawbacks to any way you do this, but there are smart ways into the mall. If that's where you want to go, also.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think you said something last time about there being, like, the whole reason Freddy's hole was open was because there's like an underground passage that leads towards the mall. Correct?
Yes, the bowling alley was condemned, and anyone that has lived in Centurion Ridge for a while knows about this. The bowling alley was condemned because the basement of it kind of dropped down, and so it is like a little bit of on a diagonal to get there. but it does lead into the town sewer system now. And so that sewer system would connect back with them all.
Sorry. I'm not sure if they're done or not.
Oh, you can go. I'm not really saying anything.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. I know that you've been the audio, so I didn't want to like run through. So Leah probably also did not sleep very well because she is feeling hella guilty, over not being there to help. Like yeah, she was taking care of Evelyn, but like also she wasn't there to like help one of her teammates not get kidnapped. She's just feeling really guilty about that, so she definitely didn't sleep very well either. She would be up by the time any of you got downstairs. She was already there with a cup of coffee, with a very worried look on her face.
Jules is staying in her room, and even though she knows that it's not going to work, she's on her computer trying to like hack into the mall security system to see if like she can get like the security cameras, like try to figure out where people are.
That's perfectly fine. Do you want to roll a skill check for it? We can see how you do.
I mean, sure.
So you can use technology, um, and you can use a technology roll, or you could try to convince me to do like a science roll for the other type of
Oh no,
computer
I
science. But
have a
you can do a tech
specialty in
roll.
computers, so I would much rather
Yeah.
use. I would like to use what is it called? An idea point to get an edge on this roll.
I love that. For the people that don't know the Systems 20 game, how would you describe an idea point? Because it is a Blue Ranger thing.
So an idea point for the Blue Ranger basically lets them. It helps them out with smarts rolls because that's kind of like the Blue Ranger's thing, right? Like they're supposed to be like the smart ones. So you can use. I think I have two idea points right now at level 3. It's kind of like, I don't want to say encourages. That's the wrong word. Since you use your wits and your intelligence more, it kind of highlights that for you. And you can use your idea point to get an edge up on any smarts roll that you do.
You can also craft yourself a phrase for when you use an idea point. The book does recommend Eureka, but for Velma type Blue Rangers, you could say Jinkies. So do you have an idea point phrase that you use?
Not yet, but I will think of one. And I was incorrect. I'm sorry. It's not a shift up. It's an edge. If I said shift up,
I don't remember, but yeah. So go ahead and use your idea point. Get your edge,
23.
and that's a 23. That's really good. So you don't have much trouble hacking into the system. It was still relatively new. The mall wasn't open yet. So like they were still doing firewall work on it. So it was basically like war games where you played tic-tac-toe and you won instead of starting thermoglobal nuclear war. Um, and you don't have access to like the security office itself, but you can see you don't have camera access for floors 3, 4, or 5. All of those cameras are covered by that weird bioorganic purple, pink, magenta colored goo stuff that was kind of growing in the mall when you were there last. But on the first, second floor, you can kind of tell where Ivan is because that's where he's made his home in that big round space. But there are several other shops that are well lit. You can see inside the shops because they just their cameras aren't working yet. They hadn't gotten to it, but you can tell there are different shops that are lit up.
Okay. Um, do I see any? Do I see any tangas or any other enemies on the
Not
cameras that I have access to?
not inside.
Okay. Not outside. Do I see, are there any cameras outside that I have access to that I see any enemies?
You have access to one camera outside, but it's like focused on a loading bay, and there's like a dump truck right in front of it. So like you have a great view of the side of a dump truck, which is
Awesome.
not helpful.
Okay. I will, I'll take my laptop downstairs to where I'm guessing other people are. I haven't really been paying attention to like the noises that I've been hearing, so I don't really know who's awake yet. But I will take my laptop downstairs and
Give me a culture roll as you're walking down the stairs.
okay. Oh, I am so focused on these cameras. I don't know anything else right now.
So it's only when you get it downstairs, and unfortunately, this is with Ernie in the room because he's just kind of behind his counter doing stuff. He's actually tinkering with third generator today just in case because Ivan Ooze is still creating problems with the electrical systems. Um, and you just hear Ivan Ooze's voice say, "Peekaboo, I see you." And like when you look down at your like laptop in the cameras, it's just like an extreme close up of Ivan Ooze's like eyes and nose.
Yeah, she kind of like shrieks a little, and she like puts her laptop down a little bit. She doesn't close it all the way, but she kind of closes it enough that if he can see through the camera, he can't really see what's around me. And then
Ernie
I
goes,
will
yeah.
go ahead.
Ernie's going to address you and be like, "Hey, what? How are you doing? What was that noise? You have an alarm set or something? That sounds like the purple guy."
Oh, no, I was trying to look at to see if there was any uh and she's like stuttering. She's trying to come up with like a lie so she doesn't actually have to tell him that she like hacked into the mall. I it's just old footage from when he was on the TV. I was
Oh,
looking at it on my computer. I wanted to anyway. Oh, Leah, can I talk to you for a minute? And then she just kind of like makes a beeline away from Ernie to Leah.
that's fun.
Yeah, sure. She like, I don't know if you like if you spin her around or anything, but she's just like kind of coherent, but she almost drops her cup. She's like, "Blah!" But yeah, totally. What's up? What's up? What's
Um,
up?
she will like kind of motion for Leah to follow her somewhere where Ernie is not. And then
Yeah.
she will put the laptop down and say, "Okay, so I did a thing. Um, I I may have accidentally gotten access to the mall's security footage.
So sorry. Did you say accidentally?
Yeah, accidentally on purpose. Um,
um, you should just say I'm a really good hacker and I did my job well. So good job.
oh, okay. What you said. Um, I can't see all of the cameras because there's the gross goo on them. But
Yeah.
I know where Ivan is, and I think he can see me because he was looking at me.
That's less great. Um,
Yeah. But I closed
but
so he couldn't see where I was, so maybe he doesn't know where we are.
but you know where he is.
But I
You
know
said
where
you were
he
able.
is. Yes.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's really good.
I didn't see Alexo or Link's mom.
That's less good.
But I'm guessing maybe because the goo was on the cameras on certain floors, maybe they're on the floors and he doesn't want us to. I don't know.
I don't know that he knew we were going to be able to hack.
Yeah. But then why would there
I
only
think
be goo on certain cameras?
I think he's just messy.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But
I,
anyway, I
I
know
think
where
he
he
thinks we're
is.
idiots. That's really so do we want to get the rest of the team and head that way?
Yeah, I think that's a good
Okay.
idea. I couldn't
Let
get
me get
access
let
to
me
the outside cameras except for one of them. There was a loading dock, but there was a truck in the way, and I can't really see. I was hoping to find a good way in, but I really didn't see anything.
Okay. Let me get another cup of coffee
Can you
and
get
then
me
we
one
can go.
too?
Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'll go
Do you
get
want like a
Felix.
little one or a big one or like Okay, I'll get
Yeah.
you the biggest cup of coffee I can find you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I'll go get Felix if you get coffee. And
Sounds perfect.
okay,
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
okay, and then I will go
Uh,
get Felix.
Leia, as you're going to get coffee, Freddie is getting coffee for themselves. Actually, they didn't sleep well, so they're actually putting coffee into ramen, which you're not 100% sure if they're doing on purpose or by accident. And they go, "Hey, um, didn't you guys have somebody else with you? Long hair?"
Yeah, he's just off on his own. He had a rough
Oh,
night, so he's just kind of like chilling
oh yeah, no.
elsewhere.
Thanks for bringing the van back. Yeah, I appreciate
Yeah,
that. You don't know how
yeah,
many times I've had to like take the bus to go get the van to bring it. It's not fun.
yeah, I
So
believe
thank
you.
y'all
I believe
for
you.
bringing it back. Yeah.
No, we're glad to help when we can. That's
Yeah.
kind of our thing. We like to help people. Um, cool. So, are you meaning? Did you mean to have a cup of like a mug that you're pouring that
Oh,
coffee into?
Freddie will look down and go, I mean, no, but. And then Freddie is going to raise the ramen coffee to their lips, and it's like a little bit of like chicken flavor powder residue, and then like coffee. I'm like, you know
Oh,
what? In a pinch, it's not
so
bad.
gross.
Not bad.
As
Not
a
bad
Leo
coffee
at
will
all.
lover, I
not
am
do what
offended.
I'm doing right now. This is not. This is just Katie going. "Blah." Okay. So, I'm gonna if I could just reach right past you and get the biggest travel mugs I can.
Oh
I
yeah,
would.
yeah. We have some from like the Triple J outside of town. Yeah, dude, feel free. These are like
Yeah,
just extras we have. Don't worry about the weird Santa Claus on them. They're clean. I washed them at some
it's
point.
fine. Yeah, I don't care about
Yeah,
Susans.
if you
Santa
need
Claus is
anything, I'm
cool
happy to
too.
help too. I like being helpful. If you need anything, you know.
You know
Yeah.
what? Having you here and available in case we need to call you for anything is super helpful.
Oh,
That
that's
would be
good. And you can
that
call
would
me
be
now because the phones got fixed. Yeah.
yeah,
Like yeah.
yeah, that's great. But yeah, do you stay put? Like if you lose your parent, they always say stay put until they find you. If you could
Uh,
just stay put so we can find you if we need you, that would be so great.
sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's a good idea. I should get one of those sacks of flowers like they had in high school and like the
Yeah.
baby Bjorn and just little little flower sack baby. Yeah, I
Mhm.
could do the parent thing. And he just like takes another sip of his coffee ramen.
Ugh. All right. You have fun with that. I'm gonna take these huge. I'm assuming they're like massive, like 64-ounce travel mugs of coffee.
Yep.
And she's gonna brew like 4 pots of coffee and just like put 2 in each. And
It's gonna be the limit of the void space is how much coffee you can bring into the
yeah,
void space. Uh,
yeah.
yeah, as you're doing that, Jules is going to have time to see. Were you going to see Link or were you going to see Felix?
I was gonna go get Felix.
Yeah, she's gonna get Felix. I just have coffee. I'm coffee girl.
Okay.
She has the important job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, if we go into the okay, we could go through the front, but I feel like he'll find us. And if he zaps us with his purple lightning, we're all going to be freaking dead. And that's dumb. And I don't want to die. Not yet, anyway. Um, so I wonder if we should be doing something else. Ah, Frankie did say something about his hole.
Hey,
Do
hey,
you have like a
Felix.
giant stick? Are you like riding in like the dirt right now? Or are you just like talking to yourself, pacing
I'm
back and
like
forth?
pacing back and forth, just like talking to myself about how we should handle this situation.
You're still in your room though, right?
I'm kind of pacing all over the place. I'm like
Okay.
going upstairs, downstairs,
Okay.
around,
Okay.
looking through things, fiddling with stuff.
When Jules finds you, she just kind of watches curiously for a few minutes, and then finally, hey, Felix.
And okay, but if we, hi. What's going on? How are you?
Stressed. How are you?
Really? That's so. You know what I've heard is great for stress. Um, Manifesting. And so I'm trying to manifest our perfect game plan to go into the mall and destroy Mr. Purple Boogerman.
I like how you think, and I have something downstairs that might help us with that. If you want to come see.
Sure. What is it?
Okay, what did Leah say for me to say? I hacked into the computer system. Go me! I did a good thing. And I can see Ivan. I know where Ivan is. That's not
You
exactly
know
what
where
she
he is.
said, told me to say, but it was close. Yes, I know where Ivan is.
Is he? Is I'm guessing he's at the mall.
Yes, but I have camera access to certain cameras in the mall. And one
Oh,
outside, although that one's not really very helpful.
okay. Was there any like? Could you see any like of the doorways or anything, or anywhere to get in?
Not really. The cameras that I have access to, it just kind of shows me where Ivan is. I don't really, it wasn't super helpful, unfortunately. Some of the cameras have the goo on them, so I can't see Alex or Link's mom. Um, I did get a camera
So we.
for the docking, the loading dock, but there's a van or a big truck right there, and I can't see around it, so I don't know if there's anything out there. Um,
So we might just be walking in to a big purple booger trap.
yes, but we know where he is in the mall at least. So there's that, I guess.
Well, I guess that's better than nothing. So
Oh,
maybe
and
we.
one more thing. Um, he might know that I know where he is.
So we're definitely walking into a big booger trap then. Great, this is awesome.
Well,
I'm so happy that I'm a superhero and that we have to save the world. That's so cool. I'm so
I
happy
was
we're
just
doing
trying
this.
to help. I'm sorry. I didn't
No,
realize that he
you're
would
doing such a good
know.
job. No, you're so good at what you do. I wish I was as helpful as you are. I just get in people's way. Whatever. Let's go. Listen,
Okay.
I think I remember Frankie telling me something about the bowling alley and that if we can get to the sewers that way, and that might be a way to get into the mall undetected, kind of like a spy. You ever see those spy movies? I always thought they were pretty fun.
Okay. Well, let's go get with everybody else and see if we can figure out a way in. Maybe I can do something and get some more camera access or something. I don't know. I'll see what I can do.
Perfect.
And then I guess we will go meet up with Leah.
I believe in you.
Uh, uh, so, Link, what are you? Are you eventually seeking out your teammates? Are you thinking of going off on your own? After you have done all the requisite kiosks to try to help center yourself, what are you? What are your thoughts, Link?
All right. After the requisite kiosks, as you put it, um, he's going to uh, he's going to see if there is a map of the city somewhere in the pawn shop. While he knows the city really well, he knows it from foot level, how to get place to place, things like that. He may not know every single little road by rote memory. Um, he,
As you approach Ernie, oh, sorry, yeah, go ahead, finish your thought.
yeah, well, the idea is he's lived here his entire life. He knows how to get from point A to point B in the most efficient amount of time possible. However, point A to point B doesn't necessarily help them in this situation. So,
As you approach Ernie, Ernie has turned to Freddy and said, Dude, don't do coffee and ramen together. That's just so much salt. That's so much sodium. Please stop." And then he's going to go back to his vanilla cruller donut that he's eating currently, and he's going to look up and say, "Oh, hi, hey, how can I help you today, good sir?"
you have a street map of the city?
Oh yeah, we have a couple. I had one guy drop off a civil engineering map a week ago that nobody seems to want, but he doesn't know what to do with it. So it's kind of cool. It shows kind of the sewer system below the city.
Yes,
And it's
that will be
kind of
useful.
mirrored with all the streets, which is super neat. So yeah.
Yes. Where is that? I would like to
Uh,
put use to that if possible.
Bernie looks over their shoulder, and it is currently like on display behind them. It just looks like any other map. So until you're like, oh, I'm reading sewer, you wouldn't actually know it. But yeah, he just unlocks the case and is like, yeah, just be careful with it in case it does sell later. But like, yeah, I'd have a good time exploring. I I've never personally been down the sewers myself, but they're probably not filled with crocodiles.
I wouldn't know,
Well,
but
I mean,
I
I guess they
appreciate
could
the
be.
loan of the map.
We do have like a purple person currently creating weather disturbances. So there might be crocodiles in the sewers now. It's really hard to say.
I don't know,
Yeah,
but that's a good thing that's a not something I was expecting to think about, but I
yeah.
appreciate you giving me something else to yeah.
Hey, anything I can do to help? Didn't you? So I counted four of you came back yesterday. Didn't you?
Hmm.
Didn't you all have a friend? Some long hair, tall,
Yeah.
like a leather
Um
jacket. Yeah.
we
He, he okay?
for a moment, yeah, he's okay. We
Oh,
managed to we managed to be able to get out and about, and he had some friends he decided to crash with for the night. Um,
oh, that's
but he'll be
nice.
back.
Okay, yeah. No, the rooms are open. There's kind of an interim before I have to put them back on the market. So like you kids are welcome to stay as long as you want to. It's central to town, and assuming you get rid of the purple guy somehow, I don't know how, but assuming someone takes care of that, I guess the police will be, get back to normal. It's a pretty central location here.
Yeah. It is a central location. It's actually really nice, and
Thank you. We try. We try here.
I I I do appreciate the effort that you put forth, and giving us a place to crash. It's been
Not
nice.
yeah, not as cool as my cousin in Angel Grove. He has some style. It's a little strange, but he really went all in on the Hawaiian shirts. But God love him. He's probably the best of all my cousins.
I will believe that.
Yeah.
Do you have any more of those crullers?
Oh, I think I have a and Ernie Dubusi looks at a kind of. Well, I think this was peanuts on top of chocolate. How do you feel about peanuts? Do you have an allergy?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, no, yeah. Take the last one, so I don't have to eat it. I don't want to. Feel free to enjoy. And then he looks over at Freddie and goes, "Freddie, stop it with the coffee ramen. Stop it."
Coffee ramen sounds like you're destroying the sanctity that is ramen and mixing something in bitter with it. Mm.
Freddie fires back. Don't tell me how to live my life. It's the end of the world, okay? Coffee ramen is fine. And they just start arguing at each other. But you have a map now. The map of the sewer system, if you laid it essentially over the top of Centurion Ridge, everything but essentially the highways, it all neatly lines up. Centurion Ridge is famously a city of engineers and inventors, and so it's actually not surprising to you.
Right.
It might be something that you've actually read a book about at the historical society for school at some point, but yeah, you're not surprised that it lines up so well.
This explains how Link knows how to get around town in the most efficient manner possible. The city was laid out by engineers.
One of the students in your class in your youth called it the Ninja Turtle system of getting around. Um, they love
That
Ninja
is,
Turtles.
yes, the Ninja Turtles' way of getting around. It's genius. Totally what we're going to try and do.
Yeah. Like I said, as the GM, it is up to you. I have provided different points of interest for you, and it's really up to you how you get where you want to go.
Right.
Assuming where you want to go is into the mall or 2 points, unknown.
So Link is making sure to not touch the map with donut hands. So he's got the donut like stuffed in his mouth, and he's holding the map out in front of him, trying not
It's
to
a
crease
delicate
it.
map. It's more
Yeah.
drafting paper than like map paper, so it's slightly more delicate than a normal map is.
Right. So he's trying not to bend it, tear it, move it too much, and he's like holding it very delicately between like his thumb and a couple of fingers, and he's got his pinkies pointed out, thinking that that will help make it be more secure as he climbs his way up the stairs.
All right. Is that where everybody else is? I guess is the question.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I figure we didn't really say like where we were gonna meet. I don't think, but like we would have. Yeah, that makes sense.
As Link climbs the stairs, is anyone going to be like, "Hey, we're in this room," or how would you all like to congregate?
Probably not Jules because she's back on her computer trying to find a way to get more camera access.
Yeah, Leo will reach out.
If you want to do another technology roll for me, as Leah calls out, you can totally do another one to see if you get any information you don't currently have.
As as Link is walking upstairs, Felix is going to see him and is going to basically say, oh, what do you got there in your little hands there? What is that?
It's a map of the sewer system. Apparently, the rumors about the city being street and sewer adjacent, parallel. I don't know. They're the same.
Parallel. Parallel's the word you want for that. Yeah.
I was that was Link not knowing which word to use.
Yes.
Parallel, adjacent. They're in sync, right? So like where one goes, the other one goes, and I'm trying not to get donut crumbs all over it.
Oh well, let me take that off of your hands. And oh, you said it's a map of the sewer system? This is perfect.
Yes, that's what Ernie told me.
This is the key to Frankie's hole. Let's go find the others.
Really? That's the phrase you decided to use.
I'm gonna make as many Frankie hole jokes as physically as possible for me to do.
I also love that you're calling him Frankie and his name is Freddy. So there's also that.
Damn it.
By the way, Jules, with that 18,
Yes.
you were able to hack and you didn't get any more camera access, but you do have audio access.
Oh.
And in a couple of those lit up store spaces where there should be no human beings, you're not hearing tangas, but you're hearing like noise. One of them sounds like it has one of those like, I don't know how else to put this. Like, you ever been to Party City and they have like that CD that they play, which is like the Ting Tings, That's Not My Name on rotation, like once an hour with a whole bunch of other songs?
Yeah.
It's like that, but it's like a calliope version of it almost. And in, yes, that's fine.
In like a minor key?
One more time, what was that?
In like a minor key?
No, just fun calliope music.
Okay.
So not minor chord calliope music, which saving that for later. And in another room, there's like the sound of wind chimes. Almost, you think it sounds like wind chimes. So you have some audio. It's not much, but it's pretty much the limits of what you can do remotely.
Okay. What about, and I didn't think to ask this the last time I was looking at the cameras, and I apologize. What about the streets, not like right outside the mall, like cameras on the mall? What about like streets leading to the mall? Any cameras that would be kind of facing?
Separate camera system.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes, you would have to hack into like the city camera, which you could do, but then you would lose like camera mall access because your laptop is good, but it's this isn't 24. I can't give you 3 screens. You can't you can't be Jack Bauer's assistant quite yet. You have to advance a little bit.
Sadness. I'll stick with the mall cameras then. Is Ivan still looking at me? Or did he get bored?
No.
Okay.
Ivan seems to have been mollified by your gasp.
Okay.
Yes. In short, Ivan is not worried about you. In short,
We're idiots. I feel like
Where is everybody? Like, where is Jules and where is everyone?
All I know is I'm in a room upstairs.
You're in a room upstairs.
I guess let's just say we were meeting. Whose room would we get to first going up the stairs? I can't remember what floor everybody was on.
Oh, I don't remember that either.
it's not Felix's because Felix is on the top floor.
Yeah.
Let's just say for sanity's sake, so we can keep this ball rolling. Let's just say that you end up in Link's room.
Okay.
Just
Works
so
for
it's
me.
like
It'll give them a chance
Yeah.
to make breakfast while they talk.
there we go.
Okay, guys. So check it out. We have the key to Freddy's hole right here, and he puts the map out so that everyone can see. Now, to you, this might look like a simple piece of paper with a lot of lines and fancy writing, and it is not really comprehensible. But to smarty pants and other such people, you might notice that this is a map of the Centurion Ridge sewer system, which is incredible.
Are you
So,
mansplaining maps to us? Is that what's happening right now?
no, I'm just really excited about this, and I wanted to like kind of have a moment. But you know what? Fine. Here's the map of the sewer system.
I'm
Let's
happy
find
to
out
be
how to
fluent,
get.
but,
Let's
like,
find
I
out
was
how to use
enjoying the
Freddy's
drama.
hole.
it
Let's
really
find
sounded like
out
you were saying,
how to
describe
use
it. It looks
Freddy's
like a map,
hole
but, like,
to
down
get
like,
to the mall.
Definitely doesn't look like a map at all. It looks like a bunch of lines. Like, I know you're stupid, but like this is a map. I don't know if you knew that, but it's a map.
Well, to be honest, I didn't know it was a map when I looked at it at first, and I had to be explained to that, so I thought maybe other people might not know. So I'm sorry that we're
It
not
actually says like Sewer City map drafting version at like the top.
She's gonna just
So-
point at it. Like she's gonna point at the where it says that. Like
Felix was map splaining, but it's
You-
all a part of the charm.
I was enjoying the explanation. Thank you so much for ruining it. I appreciate
welcome.
that.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
Happy
Link.
to.
Anyway, this is what
Eggs.
I'm
I'm
thinking.
making scrambled eggs.
Freddy told us that we can go through his hole and through the bowling alley to get to the sewers. And the sewers will lead us directly to the mall. Big Booger Man is waiting to destroy us. But he has our friend and our friend's mom, which is still important. So we're going to go.
Yay.
Speaking of that, I hear things now. I mean, obviously I hear things, but I hear things on the cameras now. I hear weird things on the cameras from the mall that are not weird bird monsters or weird ooze people.
Boogerman.
Yes.
That's fine. We can call him the Purple Boogerman. I like that. But we got lucky because I asked Ernie if he had a map, and voila, map.
Is that what that is? I didn't know.
Yeah. Oh, well, should I explain it? I mean, a map is a thing that you use
Okay,
to find.
we're going to use the underground sewer map to get to the mall. So, are we ready to go? Does anybody have Jules? Can your computer thing work without? Does it work everywhere, or do we need to like? Are you going to be able to watch the cameras while we're underground?
I would like to make a command decision and say yes, but I think that's up to the GM.
I wonder if there's a morphin grid
The only
thing.
way to know is to take your computer into the sewers,
Okay.
and that's a question that only you can answer for yourself, Jules.
So,
Then yeah,
have a
my
question,
answer
Jules.
is yes. Yes.
In case it doesn't work,
Mhm.
can you make a back door? That's a thing I saw in a movie once. You know, where the hacker makes a back door that they can just walk back up to the system and go, knock, knock, let me in.
I mean, I can, yes, but if it's not working underground, then the back door's not going to do us much good.
Right. But if we get back to a place where you have signal and you don't have it underground, then you can go, go back to the back door and be like, knock, knock, let me in. Right? Right? Link is like looking around waiting for validation.
That's how it works exactly. But
Is that my coffee?
yes,
I'm not
I have
I'm
coffee
gonna
for
well
need
you.
that.
versed in
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
Yes, I will make sure that if I lose a signal, that I will be able to get back in when we get to a place that I have a signal. Yes.
Awesome.
Could one of us set up a hotspot on our phones? And that way,
Ooh.
maybe, even though we probably won't have, I mean, I'm assuming there's no like citywide Wi-Fi situation, but like if one of us opens up a port on their phone for a hotspot, maybe we'll
Hey.
have a little bit extra space.
Okay. You're talking to the master of free Wi-Fi around here, okay? I know where all of the hotspots are.
There is
Sewer?
city Wi-Fi, but they call it shitty-wide Wi-Fi in certain locations. So
I feel like,
take that for what you
I don't know if it goes into the sewers, but I know where we can get the best signal.
okay.
So we don't necessarily, if she's got that back door, like, never mind. I can't make the joke. It's just, no, moving on. Anyway.
I mean, we talked about cups and girls on another channel the other day. It's fine. Anyway.
Okay, so we're all in agreement. We're going to use Freddy's hole, and Jules is going to be able to use the back door to find out
I thought you were going to say something a little
where
different.
Ivan is.
This is dangerously close to PG.
Let's go.
Can I do the hotspot anyway, just for like safety purposes?
Please do.
Yeah. Do you need me to roll or anything?
Okay.
I'm actually going to have you do a technology roll to see how well it will work in the sewers, and I'm going to have you do that roll, and then after that roll, after that technology roll, we'll take our 10-minute break, and then you will go into the bowling alley because that seems to be the direction you're going.
Can I help? Can I assist with that so Leah can get an edge on the roll?
Yeah, you can lend assistance. Yeah, because this could be crucial to battle. So yeah, we'll allow that. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I love how my tech is pyrotechnics. It's fine.
But please do not try to blow up the sewer system. I feel like that's going to not get you where you want to go.
All right.
There are crocodiles living down there. Somebody told me that once.
Okay, so it's been a minute since I've done this. Is the edge on the last? Are there 3 screens?
Yeah. As you're going through it, it's the very last one.
Okay. There we go. Wait.
When we come back, I would like to use my small town roots perk. Just saying.
Okay. So you have a 12 in technology. And so you set up a hotspot. You're pretty sure it's fine. You have a really good phone because if anything happens to Evelyn, you want Evelyn to get in touch with you.
That's Jules's. Never
And
mind.
also for for talking to Stone Canyon. So you feel pretty solid about your hotspot.
Okay.
Which is really good. Let's do the small town roots before we go to our 10. What is your small town roots questions? And I will answer them.
So, because I haven't had a chance to use this yet. This is going to be great. We are getting ready to go into the sewers to go into the mall. For sake of being less obvious, would it be better to come out to a sewer entrance near the mall, but in the parking lot, or actually go straight into the mall? Because Link has an idea of, like, how to get places. That's kind of a thing that I've established with him because he walks everywhere. He knows how to get from point A to point B. And he takes the bus because they actually have a good bus system. So,
I will say, in answer to that question, that based on this sewer map that was made before the Ultra Mall was completed, you're not sure you're going to be able to come up into a parking lot or parking structure. You're pretty sure you're just going into the mall at that point. It doesn't look like there's a sewer exit that would take you to the parking lot. It's a finite decision, it looks like.
Okay. I was just asking to see if there was, because even parking lots have storm drains, so might
It's
be a
true,
way
and
for
there
them to
have
get
been.
to a storm drain, or at least a nearby, like manhole.
Yes. The problem was is this map was created before the Ultramall was put in. So it's all kind of theory until it's fact. And we'll find out what the facts of the case are and what happens in the billiard, or not the billiard, what happens in the bowling alley and potentially in the sewers and potentially in the mall when we return in 10 minutes' time. Stay tuned for more. As Robin Sparkles famously says in How I Met Your Mother, let's go to the mall today. But first, you have to go through the bowling alley. That was the part of the song they didn't record. All right, so I'm going to describe this bowling alley to you. I described it a little bit from what you could see when Freddy was first using the drill to open the space. This space will be open for the rest of the game, and now that the drill has done its job. And basically, it looks like a time capsule of a bowling alley. Like it is all manual, all mechanical. Even the score sheets have that like overhead vibe from school, overhead whiteboard vibe. But they're not on. But they don't look like TVs that you would just like press a button and turn on. The floor is diagonal. It gets more diagonal the more you're in the room. The floor is warped a little bit, but it is not warped enough to be considered rough terrain. It does, the more you walk in, have the smell of the sewer, but it's not like an overpowering smell. It's not, the most pleasant thing in the world, but if you're like going into the sewer, your brain is like, okay, this is probably what a sewer smells like. The sewer does have sort of a chloriney smell on top of everything, like the water treatment people were trying to like not make the sewer too bad for whatever reason. Um, is there anything anyone wants to do as you're walking through the space? Anything you're looking for?
Just like if there's any obvious ooze situations to like either go toward
Okay.
or avoid.
Give me a culture roll.
Yep.
What do you mean obvious ooze situations? What kind of GM do you take me for? I did never. Actually, I probably would.
You would, yeah.
I probably would.
17.
17. Your ranger senses are tingling mostly because you know where you're going, and you're like, yes, this is a trap. We are walking into a trap.
Walking
But
into
also, the last time you were in a trap, you high kicked a putty, and then you also helped save Santa. So, like, 6 of one, half a dozen of another. But currently, you feel fine. Currently.
Okay. There's no like piles of ooze or like oozed over doors or anything like that.
No, there is. The floor does kind of crest downward into probably the basement area, which is why it was closed down. But then there's like a weird door on high where it would usually meet the basement to like walk downstairs. So there's kind of like a little bit of a choice you have to make, but it all seems to go the same way.
Okay. I'm gonna point this out to anybody who didn't notice the slopies, so we don't have a ranger fall to their death.
It is getting a little dark in the space the more you get in, but it's nothing that like it's not dark enough where you can't see. It's just very
Okay.
shadowy.
Mhm.
Link, you will not be surprised by this because you cannot be surprised.
Hooray!
Yes, hooray! Everyone, give me an initiative roll.
Oh, great.
I knew this was going to happen soon.
I'm hearing a lot of judgment in voice.
Link is gonna be like, duck! With no real context.
Are you just gonna like go prone? Is that what you're gonna do?
No, he's not going prone, but his first thought is to tell everybody to, like, not dodge, but duck.
Please ignore
So-
that
Hey, on my
infiltration roll I accidentally rolled.
Okay, I will. All right. So here's what we've got. So Felix, you're at a 9. Is that correct?
No, I'm going to roll like actual initiative, or I'm going to try to.
Okay, we'll come back to you. Jules, you've given me an 11. Question mark? And then just
Yes.
for clarity's sake, we'll just keep these initiatives until one of you wants to give up your move or use story point to roll them. Leia, you've got 20, correct?
Yeah. My only nat 20 that will happen today.
You never know.
That is not a nat 20, that's a dirty 20. So you should be happy that you didn't waste your nat 20 yet.
All right, fine.
Felix, you got a 21. Congratulations. And then
Thank you. Rolling on the mobile Roll20 in your browser is not intuitive.
All right, and
I've
think
used it too. It's not great.
I think that is everybody. Yes. Yes, I think that is everyone. All right. So, Felix, it's you ever like have a nightmare about just like a cave and like just like a big set of jaws and eyeballs just in like a dark cave somewhere?
Don't be a minute. Won't be a
Typically, Felix likes eyes on him, but dark ones with teeth, probably not so much.
So this is the only way to describe it. Everybody's going to see this in varying degrees based upon your initiative, but as you're kind of starting to descend the slope, you haven't descended yet into the basement, you hear this like mechanical growling noise, and like 2 of the overhead white lights come on. They pop on with this like white glow to them. Um, they kind of got an eyeball thing. And then there is one of the lanes at the end of the lane. The pin resetter moves up and down manually, and it's got these jagged pin teeth. And that's what you see.
We're fighting a living bowling alley.
I mean, at least
The
one of the
bowling alley
lanes
mimic?
is.
That's what I meant to say. A bowling lane.
But you're going first, so it's up to you as to what you want to do.
I'm gonna shoot it.
That's that. Well, you have to. Did you all morph before you came in?
Oh shoot! No, I
because
haven't
no
morphed
one
yet.
told me
I'd like to morph,
so,
please.
so please
yeah,
use your standard action to morph.
I'm morphing. I'm taking out my thing and I'm pressing in 110, and I'm twirling into a magnificent pink string of light and coming out the other end as a fully fledged superhero.
All right. You can still use free actions and move. What would you like to do?
I would like to get a nice bit. Okay, so it's just like a bowling lanes. Is it moving at all, or is it gonna like?
It
is
has
it
growled at
stationary?
you. It is not yet its turn, so you won't actually know what it does until its turn.
Okay.
It just had enough current sentience to growl at you and open and close its jaw. So.
Well, I'm going to take out my blaster, even though I can't use it yet, and just kind of like steadily like point it at the monster.
That's fair. Leia, it is a giant cave-dwelling bowling pin monster? Question mark?
We'll be morphing. Yeah, so she boop, 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 and puts her. I don't know if she's gonna say it out loud. She's like, "Yeah, let's go," and because this is not the plan.
Not the plan.
She's not happy to. She don't
You,
love the mimic.
you are the Yellow Ranger, though. Is there anything you'd like to do?
I mean, I would like to shoot it if I can, but I thought my morph was like my action
Yes, that is
situation.
a standard action. So
Okay.
you could move closer. Uh,
Maybe
you
slightly
could
further back because my blaster will reach.
sure.
Like I don't want to be within reach of it in case it has arms.
That's fair. You won't know until it happens. Link, it's your turn. Giant
Cool.
pin-setting monster.
All right, so Link is like kind of at this point it's like action time. So he goes from kind of sad, kind of tired to like serious mode. So like he pulls the thing, types in 508, says it's morphin time, hits the button.
Fabulous.
And are there bowling balls nearby?
Yes, there are bowling balls nearby.
Excellent. Link is going to arm himself with bowling balls as my free action, and then I'm done.
Sure. That sounds great. I'm going to make a note that you have bowling balls currently.
Bowling balls mimics too.
It's gonna spit them back out at us for sure.
It's a bowling lane. How else do you defeat a
know what
bowling
it's going
monster?
to do.
You throw the bowling balls at it.
Great. It is going to extend its jaw out of where it is, so it's almost like it has a metal neck. And it's actually going to attempt to snap. At Link because he grabbed bowling balls. So it is going to attempt
And
to.
it needs
grapple
those
you.
for ammunition.
Yes. What is your toughness, Link?
16.
All right. It got a 26. Wow.
Yeah.
I did not expect
That's
that.
the highest it could get. Congratulations,
You
me.
are now grappled and half of inside Pin Setter's jaws. I don't have a picture because I had no idea how to create one, but just imagine like the old school arcade crocodile game, but bowling thing, and
Now-
you are just like there now.
Now I want to take one of those, put it in paint, make it like a really bad brown color, and then stick a bunch of bowling pins where the teeth should be.
Yes. It does not move anywhere now that it has you in its jaws. It seems pretty satisfied with that maneuver, having successfully grappled you. Jules, probably not how you thought it was going to go this morning, but here you are currently.
Yeah, not how I was hoping this day was gonna go. But I guess it's morphin time, and I put in 216, and I am morphed, and I'm gonna pull out my blade blaster.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
That is your turn. All right, we are back at the top of the round. Felix, your turn. Except you're muted, so maybe it's your turn. We'll find out together.
I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna shoot it with my gun, and
Great.
I'm gonna go pew pew, shoot with the gun.
Yeah,
So
I think
let's
you
do
should.
that.
Great.
Roll 20 on your phone is not fun to do.
Are you aiming for anything in particular, by the way?
Does it have like
are
eyes?
It has a couple of overhead whiteboard things where you get like your score on, kind of have an eye vibe to them.
Okay, I'm going to aim for that. So it's grappled Link.
Link is currently grappled. Yes.
What is it being What is he being grappled by?
the jagged teeth-like bowling pin in the mouth.
So I should not aim for the bowling pins.
I'm not going to tell you what to do. You can aim for whatever you want.
We can shift up with our
The blade blasters.
blade blasters, right?
Yes, because of the Blue Ranger.
Yes,
and the
yes, you
Grid
do.
Tech 1 technology.
Sorry, this is taking so long, guys. I'm
Fine.
That is
23.
a 23. It does beat the toughness of the monster. You take out one of its eyeballs, and it half growls, but mostly it can't because Link is still in its mouth. It does not move disconcertingly, like you expect, like some wriggling motion maybe. But it half growls. It did not enjoy that. But you did damage. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Leia, it's your turn.
So concerned about this decision I'm about to make.
Cool.
Because I know that I could very easily shoot my teammate. But
I mean,
I
it
am
wouldn't be
going
the first time
That's
in the
never stopped
series.
anyone before from doing
didn't do it on purpose.
You know what though? It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
That's how you
It gets
build a strong
easier.
team dynamic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Team building. It's fine.
It's how we bond. It's fine. Bullets into Felix, or lasers into Phoenix. Felix, it's fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to shoot its other eye. Oh, because I don't want to shoot the teeth. Because I feel like that will 100% hit Felix in the process. So targeting, I take it.
I mean, it might hit Link in the process because Link is the one currently trapped in the jaws.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I
Yes, but
apologize.
targeting. Please do that targeting.
Okay, 15. That's not bad.
The
I'm gonna hit him,
15.
but I don't think I hit my teammate.
Yes, in the attempt to not get your teammate, you actually aim a little high. And Jules, you just get out of the way in time because you hit right above the whiteboard TV thing, and it comes kind of crashing down, still alive. But Jules, you just kind of scoot out of the way in time.
I deserved it. It's fine.
We're gonna work on that self-confidence, babes.
It's gonna be good. Hey, Link.
Yeah.
You're currently grappled.
Cool. It has bowling pin teeth.
Yes. That is
Awesome. I have bowling balls.
Great. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna hit him with a bowling ball. I was originally gonna roll the bowling ball, down the lane, but now that I'm right here, I'm just gonna start swinging the bowling balls wildly.
Great. That's a might roll, please, because it is an impromptu weapon. Or I guess they call it a natural weapon, but it's an impromptu weapon, essentially.
That was a 16. Please say yes.
That is a 16. It does. You break off some of the teeth. You are still grappled. But as you break off these teeth, you see this black goo kind of raining down, and you get like black goo on your visor just because of where you grappled at. And the pin resetter is kind of growling, but it's less an emphatic growl, and not just because it has you in its clutches. But like as the goo descends, and like you can see it on your visor, the black goo just kind of rains down slightly.
Gross.
Yes.
Stop with the drool already.
It's the pin resetter's turn. It is going to attempt to chomp you because you're right there. And your toughness is 16, you said?
Correct.
All right. That's a 4, which is not going to meet or beat your 16. So it tries to chomp you, but it seems to be having some trouble. There's a metallic wheezing sound. Jules, it is your turn.
How far away is this thing?
close enough that pretty much anything you want to do, you can do.
Okay. So
It
Jules
didn't
is
drag Link away. It's still
okay.
just like
It's still right
there.
there. Okay. So Jules is still feeling pretty guilty that she got one of her teammates kidnapped, and now another one is grappled. So she's not handling this very well. So she is actually going to run up with her blade blaster, and she's going to start yelling that she is not going to lose another teammate to one of these things, and she is going to stab some of the teeth with her blade blaster in attempt to get it to drop
Give me
him.
that. Give me that finesse roll with edge for a very harrowing and dramatic.
I got a 10.
Go 10.
Yeah.
That's not going. That's not gonna. Link.
Yeah.
You have someone like trying to avenge you, Count of Monte Cristo style. Unfortunately, that blade is very close to your face.
Oh no.
Yeah, everything's fine.
I didn't stab you though. I just want to put that on the record.
Step forward. That's what we call
Felix,
team building.
everything is going great.
For me,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna shoot its other eye or the other screen or
Yeah.
perhaps
You
another
could
pivot that is
blind the beast. Yeah. Go for it.
pivot that is weak to gunfire.
A laser fire, unless you modify it to have bullets, it's going to be lasers.
Yes. $16.
With that 16, you do shoot out the other eye. Except for Link, everyone give me a culture roll except for Link. Because Link you currently can't see.
God. 7. Wait.
I'm sorry,
did
I
you say
rolled alertness by accident.
Do you just want, because I know you're having trouble, do you just want to keep that alertness roll?
If you wouldn't mind, I would
Fine.
appreciate that.
That's fine. Jules and Felix, this black goo that has been just kind of dripping, and you've seen it a couple times now, and it kind of disappears. This black goo actually sort of crawls down the slope toward the sewer instead of just like disappearing.
That's not
Oh,
that's not normal. That,
definitely not. I wonder if it's going somewhere.
Leah doesn't see anything, right?
Nope.
I
You are preoccupied because the pin resetter has stopped, but Link is still trapped, like
Okay.
now between the depowered jaws of the pin resetter.
Can we rescue Link from the jaws?
Yeah, she's like really
Yeah.
freaky, kind of panicking about this whole Link situation.
Yeah. It will give me. I want you to give me pyrotechnics. No, don't give me pyrotechnics. Give
will
me
blow it
if you're going to attempt to rescue Link, give me a brawn roll because you're lifting because it is hydraulic metal, even though it is no longer essential.
You said brawn?
Yep, it's a brawn roll because it's lifting.
Can I lend assistance to somebody? Oh, never mind. They already rolled.
I mean,
Is anybody else rolling?
I'm
brawns
rolling.
rescue?
Can I lend
I'm
assistance to Felix?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you want
Link,
me?
you can
is that
also
in-
roll brawn to try to get yourself out of the jaws if you so wish.
Fair enough.
oh no.
I got a
You're stuck
12.
forever, buddy. No one is ever getting you out.
This wasn't how I anticipated the end of season 1, but
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
there was so much more to do, but whatever.
Is
Gotta
that
got
his
your
real
power
form
weapons
or
yet.
is it blood? We don't know.
He
Link,
just does it himself. He just
Link, you are a strong
Bowling
woman.
balls.
You don't need no man. You get yourself out of the pin resetter. Everyone is like too focused in one location, and you're just like, guys, it's a mechanical thing, and you like slide out as
I
the
feel like
black
you just
goo does dissolve, except for the stuff that skitters down that Felix and Jules saw.
I feel like he just like Jean Valjean's his way out of it. Like,
yeah.
no mortal man could ever.
Jean Valjean.
No,
All this
no,
for a loaf of bread? That kind of thing.
no. What he does is he's got bowling balls in each hand. He throws one of the bowling balls at a piece of hydraulic so it bends just enough. He can pry it open with the other bowling ball and then slide out.
Yes.
I hope
See?
your
Bowling balls!
Bowling balls.
I hope your power weapon is just a set of bowling balls.
I'm not writing that down, but maybe. We'll see. Yes, so that has happened. There is some black goo that has kind of oozed downward toward the sewer, but there's also not really another direction to go. That you can tell.
It's not
Well-
accurate, but I posted something in general you should look at. This is what I pictured when you
I
described
saw,
that monster.
and I appreciated it. The top half is correct. Yes, I appreciate that. Please take a story point for amusing drawings during game.
Yay.
Yes. So in
Who else saw the Jules? Jules also saw the ooze.
Yes.
Gravel?
yes, you both did.
Felix is going to go up to her and say, "Did you notice that instead of disappearing, like the ooze,
It like walks
Normally?
down the sewer. Yeah, I noticed.
do you think
Wait,
we
it
should
did the what, the
go?"
where?
Yeah, so like when I shot the monster dead because I am just that guy, the ooze, instead of disappearing like it normally does when we destroy monsters, it like went that way.
Yeah,
as
it like
he pointed
skittered
down
away
the-
like it was alive.
I mean, it might have abandoned the thing instead of dying. I mean, it's like I always kind of pictured it that the ooze is like a mech pilot, so it transforms whatever it's in, turns it into a mech, pilots it around, and then when we beat it, it defeats the ooze, and then the ooze kind of evaporates because it's dead. So in this case, it got out of the pilot seat while we were defeating the mech and ran away.
Well, gun damn, we better go after it.
Because that's a mech thing. Yes. Okay. So there's not really anywhere else to go. You are going to go down the sewer. If you are trying to track the direction of the sewer, give me a survival roll. If you are trying to track the black ooze, give me a culture or alertness.
Before we go down into the sewers,
Sure.
Link is going to unmorph, leave, go grab some flashlights, and come back. Then he's going to morph again, handing people out flashlights. Here you go. We're going to need these.
Don't you have like a superpower that like lights the way?
Yeah, but it only lasts for like a minute or two. So,
So as you get down into the sewer as well, there are a row of like construction lights as well.
Okay.
But
Keep the flashlights.
Flashlights may be useful in the mall. Who knows?
What am I rolling?
So you're either rolling if you're rolling survival to try to keep track of the sewer to get to the mall, or you're rolling culture or alertness to try to track the black goo.
okay. So I have a legitimate question here. Because Link knows his way around the city, can I get either an upshift or an edge for a survival roll for navigation?
I will give you an edge for the survival roll for navigation.
Excellent.
Would I be able to
Um,
check my computer to see if I still can see the cameras and to see if anything
Give
has
me-
changed?
Give me that technology roll. Link, you're the only one that knows where you're going because everybody else didn't roll so well. nobody is able to follow the black goo. Jules, at the beginning, it's fine with that 17, but the more you're in the sewer, the closer you get to the mall, the more it's like a Ghost Rider thing where it's like struggling with itself to be where it is. Hashtag
Okay.
90s kids will understand.
Um,
Yeah.
I love that show so much. I wore a pen around my neck for
So
like
good.
2 years, I swear.
So it's almost like Ooze is like peekaboo again, but not. Every time you try to keep on one camera, it seems to like flip to another camera. Like you're like tugging of war with Ooze.
okay.
Link gets the group to a it is a cement door. It has like a handle on it. As you enter the
Ladies
dungeon.
and Felix, I present the entrance to the mall.
I didn't see it. Where was that? Was that there the whole time? I didn't even see it.
What, the stone door?
Yeah.
It's the same color as the wall. If it didn't have the handle, it would be pretty hard to see. If you're not in sewers a lot, like the concept of it is like, why is there a door here?
If you're not in sewers a lot.
Yeah,
Well,
you know.
okay, so like, and Link is gonna like start like motioning with his hands. Like, so we were on 4th Street, right? And then we took a turn onto West Main. From West Main, we went on to Beauregard Street. Beauregard Street runs parallel to the mall. All I had to do was take the next right and follow it down until probably quarter of a block. That's how I found this door.
So Link is in the front. Who's Jules is going to be in the very back because she's on like fighting on her computer. Who is directly in front of her? Would it be Felix or Leah?
I'm going to say Felix.
Okay. When Link stops and says that there's the door there, Jules is still fighting with the cameras, trying to like win because they keep like shifting, and she just walks smack into Felix. Oh, sorry, we stopped.
We did. We found the entrance to the mall
Give me a
to get
finesse
shot by
roll.
lightning.
Jules, give me a finesse roll.
Why are you making her roll for something? What are you doing?
I'm gonna say if that's to see if she drops her her laptop, I would like to provide an aid so she doesn't drop it.
You can't provide assistance. You're too far away to stop it in time if this roll goes horribly wrong.
I tried to help.
Something to like carry said laptop. Or you just like walk around with an open laptop this whole time, like
in the sewer.
After
That's
the
a
fight,
10.
she pulled her laptop out because she was trying to see if anything changed on the cameras. But then, like, Ooze was messing with the cameras, and she was trying to fight him, and she was like walking and like not paying attention.
You do not drop it, but you realize your laptop is open in a sewer, so you don't drop it. But like you do realize you are in a sewer with an open laptop, so take that for
close it and put it back in, I guess, the void space. I don't know.
Yeah, because that's how that works. So it just like pops
just
into
like
the void
unzip
space.
it and put it in, zip it back
Yeah,
up. It's fine.
like a backpack, just like that.
And the Furby.
The Furby. No, the Furby is not there because the Furby's dad is currently not there either.
That's true. The Furby's daddy is missing in action.
It's true. So there is a stone door with a handle, and Jules has put their laptop away.
All right. So open door. It's gonna be heavy.
It opens easily.
I stand corrected.
Give me actually so Link and Leia, give me an alertness roll. Because Felix and Jules are going to miss this. And so what you come out to is some kind of weird parts room, for lack of better terminology. It's basically like an electronics metal discard room of some kind. There's a whole bunch of it's just like stuff with a staircase descending out of this amount of stuff. Um, Leia, did you do an alertness roll for me?
Link is too proud of himself that he found this door when nobody else noticed it, so he's not paying attention. He's just kind of like standing there with that like hands on hips hero pose, like, look what I did, haha.
It's true. You opened the door. You got everyone to the mall. So, yes. Leia, the alertness roll. Did you?
I'm so sorry. I got distracted by mom stuff. Alertness.
Aw,
Alertness.
mom
Alertness.
stuff.
Yeah, it's a thing. School's back in session, and his school iPad is with his father. So
Aw.
gotta work that out.
17.
17.
You are the only one that sees this, and you're not actually sure what you saw. But it seems like a part of the pile of this metal stuff seems to move briefly, but then as briefly as it moved, when you go to actually look at it properly, it just seems to collapse down in on itself. And it doesn't seem to move again. Like even you wait there, like you're just like staring at it, and like nothing happens.
Poke it with a stick or something.
You poke it with a stick, and it's just like poking at metal with a stick.
Okay, guys, I think I'm going crazy, but that was moving a second ago.
Okay.
I don't really know what that means. But I mean, I guess I'm not really going crazy because, like, honestly, there's so many things in the last like couple years that I never would have thought were possible. So like maybe I'm not going crazy, but that was definitely a thing that was happening, and I mean, like, it's not happening anymore, and I'm poking with sticks and it's not working, and oh, it's weird, guys. It's weird.
So
I don't like it.
Okay, so Link's gonna like pull out his blade blaster and be like, well, if it's alive, we can always shoot it.
Um, I mean,
Wouldn't that give us away?
sure. Ricochet. Also, it might hit Felix.
Okay, fair enough.
Why don't you just add yourself to the list of people who've hit Felix? We're all like,
I don't want to hit Felix though.
I don't
Felix has
want you
been-
to. I'm just saying with the list.
It's a good stress
Felix has
reliever.
been. Is it? But
It is.
he's been like super supportive of everybody. We should not hit Felix.
All right.
How about this? If it stands up, we can like move around it, keep our eyes on it, and if it stands up, we're all ready to just punch it.
Sure, we'll go with that.
So you can't keep your eyes on it for too long because you eventually do have to ascend the staircase. At the top of the staircase, there is a sign on that particular door that says Mall Utility Corridor Entrance. Enter to mall.
How much you want to bet it was pilot that ooze that was hiding in the metal, and it decided not to mech pilot the metal that was down there? Anyway, Link's gonna push the door open without paying attention to anybody else.
Oh God!
Okay. You open the door. Welcome to the mall. It looked like the mall previously. Did everyone see 1995's amazing Robin Williams classic Jumanji?
Yes.
You remember at the end of Jumanji where the house was like jungle? It's like that, but like alien goo everywhere.
Oh,
it's
great.
like hybrid alien goo in this weird magenta color. And it's
Gross.
also and it's also kind of part capitalist utopia because it's still a mall. So, Jules, the reason you couldn't see cameras on the third, fourth, and fifth floor become abundantly clear, there is now a alien organic goo undulating ceiling over the top of the second floor, sealing off the third, fourth, and fifth floor from the first and the second floor. You are on the first floor currently. You come out near the now defunct Suncoast Music Company store that is closed. R.I.P. Sam Goody and Suncoast. But yeah, you are now in the first floor of the mall. Alien goo all around. Congratulations, everyone! You're at the mall again. Woohoo!
Great.
When you were here last. And if people would like to give me a survival roll, I will let you know what happens with your survival roll, unless somebody has something they want to do before they walk around.
I'm like maybe 2 minutes of what happened. Can you give me a quick synopsis?
Yes. So the mall, now you've only got 2 floors because Ivan has oozed floors 3, 4, and 5. And it looks like alien Jumanji goo, essentially. So it looks like 90-95 Jumanjis, but if it was goo. And you are now standing inside the first floor of the mall, and the survival roll is to kind of give you an idea of what you see, because there's a lot of mall, so I'm trying to make it manageable. If that makes sense.
Pretty high. 21.
It does.
Yes. So please roll survival, and I'll tell everyone what they saw. I'm also going to turn on the light because all of my light has gone away, and I feel like a little bit Cheshire Cat. I can't really see anything. So take 2 seconds to absorb in your brain what this goo mall looks like, and I'll be back in just a second.
Gross. Did he really have to just cover everything in alien goo?
I feel like he's like the alien equivalent of like one of those spiders that just kind of like spits its crap all over the place. Ugh.
Do you think we're gonna have to get through that to get to Ace and your mom?
Probably.
I mean, I'm gonna wade through it all.
I
Gotta
gotta
save Alex.
You don't have
Gotta save Mom.
anything. You don't have anything to wade through. The floors are still floor, so you don't have to wade through goo. It's not that. It's just like cathedral style.
It's gross. It's what it is. It's gross.
All right. So let's do this way because this will be the easiest way. Felix, as you walk around, you notice kind of a sports shop. And this sports shop is like a memorabilia place, but it's also a place where like people can go to get like Letterman jacket stuff done. It's one of the few spaces that is lit up and is not alien.
Okay. I'll tell. I'll point it out to the group that there's a part of the mall that doesn't look very alien, and maybe we should go that way.
Yeah. As you go that way, Jules, because your suit is not airtight, because none of the suits are, because environmental still is a skill you have to take, you start to smell a rancid smell of chocolate, and you hear that calliope music as you come across a party supply store. Like not Party City, but a legally distinct version of like Party Central USA, you know.
Party Planet.
Party Planet.
Not to be confused with Pizza Planet.
The smell is really not great. So I want you to give me an alertness roll, please. I'm not gonna make you do it with a snack, but it's close to a snack. Give me that alertness roll.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I got a 6 anyway.
You got a 6. Okay.
All of us or just for Jules?
Just for Jules, unless you go into the party supply store with her.
No.
There are a few balloons here. One of them looks like a Count Chocula mascot. They all have like this like cool Halloween theme kind of thing. The Count Chocula style mascot is like part of the cereal mascot line, which you've heard about from Freddie today in the past few days more than you ever wanted to know about the fact there is a serial themed manga with serial superheroes. It's a lot. Yeah, but there are balloons here that seem to be blown up, which is kind of weird. Link, give me an alertness roll.
Okay. What was the survival for? Because I got a 15 for that.
I know.
Okay.
You'll find out.
Just making sure.
Yes, I know. I promise. I've thought of everything. Maybe.
Okay. I have to always double check because I have two different rangers that I play one day and then the next day that both have different things that affect alertness. So I always have to
Yes.
double check which one gets what because my green ranger gets like a shift up on alertness rolls.
Do this as an alertness with edge, actually.
Oh, with
Or
edge?
just
I did not
do this
roll it with edge. I did not roll it with edge, so I will roll again.
That's fair.
Not much better.
Not much better. With the 9, I'm gonna give this to you because this is important. As you kind of are passing by to go to where you're going to check out stuff, because this is like, oh, it's a weird rancid chocolate fountain. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice one of the balloons. Yeah, that's not the Bride of Frankenstein. That is your mother dressed up as a Bride of Frankenstein in balloon form.
No. 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 He turned them into balloons! He turned them into balloons! Why? Link's gonna grab the balloon and be like, no! Fall to his knees, hold it up over his head.
Yes.
Wait, that means Alex has to be here somewhere. We gotta find him.
Yes. So, Jules, you just watched Link grab the Bride of Frankenstein balloon and scream, "They've turned them into balloons," and fall to his knees.
Oh,
It was a big dramatic movie moment, by the way. Like, falls to his knees, yells no really loud, holds the balloon in both hands and kind of shakes it back and forth.
She walks up and awkwardly pats his shoulder. Are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah.
It's my mom dressed up as the Bride of Frankenstein. He's gonna shove the balloon in her face.
Oh, okay. Are you sure you're just not? I mean, I know that you're distraught. Are you sure you're not seeing something?
I mean, I know my mom's face. I've seen it every day since I was born.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Look,
Okay.
See, that's the scar that she got when she accidentally did she was doing this whole swordfish statue, and then part of it fell down, and then this is the gray streak that she was kind of sad about, but my dad thought it was really awesome, so she likes it, and
okay, I believe you. All right. I'm gonna look around the other balloons to see if I either recognize somebody or if I can find Alex.
You do not, and the reason you do not is because Leia, as you are walking around, you hear the sound of glass, and as you enter into this weirdly fancy chandelier shop, you actually see Alex in his ranger form, trapped in a chandelier. And actually,
in
that
the Care
is
Bears movie?
What?
Like the Care Bears movies, where the Care Bears were in each of the individual little do you know what I'm talking about? You probably don't know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes,
I know what you're talking
about. Actually, I think I'm going to leave us off on that place as the end, as we have found both loved ones, one trapped in balloon form apparently, and the other one currently trapped in a chandelier. And we'll see how the Rangers defy Ivan Ooze and rescue their compatriot and their compatriot's parent next time on Power Rangers Centurion Ridge in Reclaim the Mall, Part 2.